right, there we go. For some reason, we were having some Facebook Live issues, but Kevin Lindsay here, Golden Tee Lounge. It is Friday, and it's time to get freaky for our daily contest. Superscore 2005, the best of Jim Z's creations for the original Golden Tee Live that, in case you didn't guess it, came out back in 2005. You're looking at Heather Point, Kangaroo Trail, Whispering Valley, Cumberland, Coral Vista. Some of the courses a lot of you guys out there say are some of your favorites, and honestly, don't blame you. Held up very well over the last 14, 15 years, and they really look just as good, if not better, than originally. So let's kick things off. Heather Point, hole 8. This long par 5 also has a little bit of a ramp to it. Not sure we're gonna hit it on this setup, but kicking things off with a par 5, give you a chance to start 2 under to kick off your Freaky Friday daily contest. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful start. I am already happy with that. No shot points, but that's okay. Today's daily contest, total prize pool of $4,557. 300 spots paid, $414 top prize in this very scoreable. Looks like par is about 34, 35 in this week's daily contest. Let's make sure our friends from YouTube and Twitch are here with us. All right. Again, it is Friday. It's actually not raining outside in Chicago, which is a first. It didn't rain yesterday, but it looked like it might at any point. A lot of storms, a lot of rain, all that stuff. But beautiful weather outside, beautiful weather indoors. Superscore all the way. Let's see if we can make some magic happen. You're looking at Kangaroo, hole 5, drivable par 4. Have to be a little bit careful there with the big rock wall in your face. Want to make sure that you do not clip that accidentally, which is why I high-teed a 6 iron there. Didn't get it all the way to the green, but hey, if you can make a chip out of the sand for some extra love, that's really all that matters. Hole number 3 here. Whispering number 4, par 5, a little bit of a longer look than normal for this setup, so we're actually just going to high tee, 9.5 degree driver, see if we can slide in there. Perfect, I hope. 10.5 degree driver with bite, should come out really clean out of that rough. That actually looks so nice. Not as good as I had hoped, but woo! 5 hybrid coming in hot there.
Ready to tee off. It's golfer 1.
Mike, thanks for joining, my friend. Looking at Cumberland hole 4, a nice little drivable par 4. Didn't always set up this way, but with the advent of Golden Tees about 10 years ago, it's really made a difference. And this is actually going to be a beautiful, beautiful setup. Nice 7 mile-an-hour wind in the face. Not a big tee box to move around here, but we're gonna go high tee 3 wood with backspin. We're just laying it up there, putting in. That right 4 should give a little bit of a boost. Just like that, putting in eagle. Should be 8 after 4, but it's okay. It's only the first game of many that we will play here today. Coral Vista, number 4. Nice little par 5 here. Always, always, always go with this little shortcut over here. Fly right over the beautiful ladies hanging out at the pool. Don't interrupt them, though. We've got some super scoring to do. Nice little 3 hybrid out of the rough. Not going to get much backspin, but you're going to get enough to slow that ball down. As always, using the grabber golf balls for my personal stream here. With it being Friday, we've got a GT Freebie Friday coming out after this stream here today. So we're going to give away some old school World Championship gear, some Golden Tee 30th Anniversary swag. So be sure to share this live stream video. Anybody that actually shares the video, we'll give you another entry into our Freebie Friday contest giveaway coming up here in about a little over an hour. Make sure you share this, tag any of your friends that you might play some golf with here or there. Anybody who knows got a home edition, get them out. Hang out at your local Buffalo Wild Wings or Ruby Tuesdays if that's even a restaurant still. But wherever you play Golden Tee at, get out there. Grab a cold drink or two, grab some food, play some golf, and hopefully we can help walk you through this week's Superscore 2005 Freaky Friday contest.
Yeah, he's hitting from the carpet here. Yep, we'll watch the roll on this one.
Oh, that was a poor decision. I saw that it said I was on dirt, but I thought that I was up high enough that that little putter would give me some love, but that's okay. The nice thing about these daily contests, when we play online together, you know that I'm going to play more than one contest unless Mother Nature intervenes. So this is my first look at today's contest, which means you guys are getting the very fresh look at this. Everything you see here, from the tee boxes, the pin placements, the winds, the green slopes, all that is exactly what you're going to see when you go out to your local establishment and play some Golden Tee later tonight. But this is my very first look at it, so we are walking through this together. Not a bad front there, 18 under. Par is going to be 36, it looks like. Just had a few little mistakes on my part, stuff that we can absolutely correct in game 2. What that means is we just got to work a little bit harder on this back 9. Hole 10, Cumberland 15. Actually, a really nice setup here for that 10.5 degree driver. I'm just going to put bite on there, pull it back to the left of the B, hit it out to the left of the 2. Got it out a little bit too much. So we're going to take a birdie on hole 10 here, but that's all right. Kangaroo hole 11 for number 11 here. Tricky par 5 if you've never played this before. You want to make sure that you land on the fairway and give yourself a pretty clean look in between those rocks for an eagle attempt. I don't know. I'm actually pretty sure that there's no way you can get on top of that wall, even with golden tees. So we're just going to, well, I just realized it now that actually my Zero Hybrid club set is still selected. So I got to make sure I change that. Don't need it, but we're going to make use of it for the game that we have it. Nice thing about the green around, or everything around this hole, is it's sloped down enough so whether you're putting from the dirt or actually you hit it hard enough on your approach shot, you get a nice little love tap from it. Help make things happen here. Whispering hole 12. Or excuse me, Whispering, what is this? Yeah, Whispering hole 12. Hole 12 for 12. Just a pretty simple C 2.5. You want to just get out there, wide open spaces on the fairway. Few different options here, but we are going to take the easy one, the easy out here, and we're just going to hit a 6-wood right at the pin. A little too soft there, but still putting in for eagle. Hole number 13, Heather Point 13. Nice strong 15-mile-an-hour wind, which is why we're going to put some bite on there. Hit that pretty soft. And that bite just kind of eases itself on that green, even though it's up 8. Still very easy to catch that green at a high enough speed and just right on off and chipping, if you're lucky, chipping in for eagle, if not for birdie. So 15-mile-an-hour strong wind on blowing from your backside, so be sure to put bite on that one. Hole 14, Coral Vista number 8. Simple spinny A1. Use that 11-mile-an-hour wind to your advantage. Just get it out there. Spinny A1 is when you spin the trackball and just smack it out while the trackball's still spinning to get as much get as far out there as possible, which exactly what happened there for us. Very easy approach shot with that 11-mile-an-hour wind in the 5 hybrid. Just like that, you're banking another eagle.
Call for 1 on tee.
Hole 15, Cumberland number 11. Par 4 you don't see too often. Was pretty 50-50 when it comes to being drivable in the original Golden Tee Live up until Gold Tees came out. We are going to medium tee this and just smack it. Didn't get it out as far left as I would have hoped, but still chipping on for eagle, and all that means is that our second attempt and our third attempt and so on and so forth, that just means that we are going to have to hit it a little bit farther out left to combat that wind that's blowing to the right. Number 16, Heather Point 16. Things to note here, big light tower, big tower here. You want to avoid that. It's actually not a bad setup. We're just going to go ahead and high tee a driver and just go right on over. Not something that you typically have an option for. And even though we're on the heavy rough, we're still not bad off here. Look at that. I couldn't have drawn that up any better, even if I wanted to. And if that would have dropped in the cup, I appreciate the shot points. I really do. But if that would have actually dropped in the cup, that would have been amazing. Because you're hitting out a heavy rough, so you don't know what exactly is going to happen with that. Hole 17, Kangaroo number 18. Really nasty look here. Nasty look for Kangaroo 18, but I think, even though it's a left 15-mile-an-hour wind and a left 9 slope, I think we can make this happen. So a little bit too hard there with my approach, but we're dry. So I think the 3-wood is going to be... Now, mind you, I have the pitching wedge from the other day's Throwback Thursday contest, or excuse me, events mode. I need to make sure I change that for game 2. But still walking away with a birdie.
Call for 1. Tees it up on the closing hole.
Really quickly, just want to make sure that the video gets shared. Not sure what happened there on the Facebook side. Something just came up where it just didn't share out to everybody, which is weird because I'm not seeing the usual suspects. So I want to make sure we get that video shared as we go into game 2. Hole 18 here, which is Coral Vista number 16. Par 5. Not awful, but that wind is going to make it difficult to land in a good spot. Alright, so now that we got everything shared on social, let's see how we can make this happen. So I'm actually going to low tee a 9.5 degree driver.
can't be sure, but it looked bad.
Oh, look at that. I didn't feel like I hit that with enough oomph, if that's even a real word, but was able to catch that water. That looks interesting. Looks nice and sparkly. But look at that. We're approaching the green for eagle. Be careful because that 16-mile-an-hour wind, that up 4 slope and right 7 slope is going to catch up to you pretty quickly. Which is why I should have hit that just a little bit harder. And I almost gave a shout out to my 5 hybrid until I did that. So 31 under with a few mistakes, to be honest. So, you know, a few holes that we birdied instead of eagle, but not a lot of mistakes there. She got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strokes, 36 under par. Not a bad setup. Some holes that are going to challenge you, make you think a bit more than you're used to. Definitely made me think a bit more. But that's why we typically, for these live streams, try to play 3 to 5 games. Give you guys a couple different looks at it, so to speak. Because obviously the more you play, the better you're going to get. The more you play the daily contest where the setups are the same every day, or excuse me, for 24 hours, it's going to help you as you try to become a better player. So I load to this one to see if we can get a little ramp love on hole number 1, Heather Point 8. Didn't happen, but the nice thing is we got a smooth little setup for the 3 hybrid. Just a bit of up there. Kick things off with eagle. So 18 par 5s and drivable par 4s. So definitely looking at a 36 under for, and I forgot to change my club set. Dang it. All right, we'll make the most out of it. Let's just hope I don't need to chip with a wedge because I've got the putting wedge. High T 6 iron, you're going to smash that baby as hard as you can. We're still chipping. That's all right, though. Actually, that's hilarious because now that I think about it,
This is a short one.
look at that. 9 iron, softly, chip with bite, right in the dead center of the cup. Wade Anderson, Jason Mayfield, thanks for joining us. Jason, sorry to hear that this course stole your lunch earlier today. Hopefully we can give you a few tips that make you want to get back out there and play again and get the better of this course. First time we high teed a driver 9.5, was able to get up there with a 10.5 degree driver in our approach shot, but I'm going to try hitting a A2, actually an A out to the A and left, a little bit left of the 2. This way I'm on the fairway. I can take a 10.5 degree driver and get the full potential spin. Actually, a little bit shorter. So 5 wood here. But still, nice clean shot. That 8-mile-an-hour wind's barely blowing to the left. Clean shot. Nice little putt there for eagle, 22-foot putt. Cumberland, hole 4, number 4 in today's contest. High T, 3 wood. Really nice setup. You don't have to do too much work. I hit that almost dead straight. Just let that right 4 green slope just kind of take care of business once your ball hits the green. Coral Vista, number 4 here. This nice long par 5. Nice setup here because we're able to just crush right past this pool. We don't have to worry about hitting any of the lovely ladies that are hanging out. Just crush that 10.5, or excuse me, high T driver, 9.5.
Not a good lie, Jim. It's in the rough.
And you got this nice little approach. I clipped a tree, so I didn't get the full distance, but still not a bad approach shot here. Maybe some shot points. Oh, come on. I mean, if I could get one more shot that's 6 feet away with no shot points, I'd be rich. Heather Point, hole 9. Nice shot here. I'm going to move the tee back just because that 11-mile-an-hour wind's blowing pretty heavy. I'm going to use bite. Just pull it back to the little bit left of the B. hit it out to the left of the 2, and look at that. That actually little bit straighter, and I might have been better, but still 8 feet away, putting in for eagle. Absolutely okay with that. Kangaroo number, well, this is definitely not kangaroo number 7, but yeah, I don't know why that is. Definitely should have been this way, but hey, it's still par 5 and makes it nice and scoreable. So we'll chalk it up as a positive accident. Oh, look at that fringe love. The nice thing about kangaroo is half the time it's such a dark course you can't even see what's fringe versus what's the green. And let me tell you what, when you land on the fringe and you have backspin and it doesn't backspin, in this instance, wonderful. Great feeling. Let's see, Coral Vista hole 5. We're just going to take a nice little 10.5 degree driver. Oh. And it rolls just enough. 7 feet on the screen, 6 on the board. Oh, wow, that's surprising. No shot points, but a really nice clean shot. Again, I will always stress building a bag for the 10.5 degree driver. Just having those 2 drivers is going to be useful for you. Not supposed to have the 0 hybrid in my bag, but we'll take advantage of it while we still have it. This actually, oh, come on. That had a good chance. Now watch, when I change my club set for game 3 to actually reflect what you guys see down here below on the live stream, that's when I'm going to miss that club the most. But look at that. Clean front ahead as we go into Cumberland 15, hole number 10 in the daily contest. I'm going to use a 10.5 degree driver. I'm going to make sure I hit it out a little bit farther to the left than I did before. That's absolutely, well, I wouldn't say absolutely perfect, but pretty darn good. Putting in for eagle, always a good way to start the back 9 of your round. Kangaroo number 11. Somehow I feel like this is definitely not kangaroo number 11, but it still has worked out. So the way it works is myself or Adam Kramer go into our daily contest tool, and it's like, you know, 1 is on the left, 2 is on the right, and then it just gets weird. So inputting it is not always as clean as you'd think. So this is probably my mistake. If this definitely does not feel like a hole 11 to me, but again, I'm not going to complain because it's actually a nice setup. It's a nice clean. You've got a lot of space behind for when you whack it too hard. Oh, look at that. Nice little love tap from the fringe for eagle. Walking away happy. Hole number 12. Whispering number 12. Little bit of C2.5, C3 action. Just want to make sure that you don't hit those trees off of the tee box. If you avoid these trees right there, which I'm just doing by the skin of my teeth, but still doing, it's perfect. We're going to cheat and use this 6-wood because back when these courses came out, there was not a 6-wood available from what I remember. But that's okay. We've got the 6-wood now in 2019, which means it's just another hole for us to knock out and get that 36-foot putt in for eagle. Again, for those of you just joining us from Golden Tee Fan and Golden Tee Home Edition groups, make sure you share this video. Anybody that shares the video will get an extra entry into this week's, into today's GT Freebie Friday giveaway with some 30th anniversary and World Championship swag. Strong wind here on hole number 13 from Heather Point. I'm going to do a medium tee, 5-wood with bite. I'm going to hit it out a little bit out to the left just because the first time that 15-mile-an-hour wind ate a little bit more than I expected. And look at that. That's definitely shot points. You guys are embarrassing me here. That should have been shot points. 6-foot putt should have been shot points, but that was almost in the cup for hole in one. Not going to expect a hole in one here for some of these drivable par 4s, but I will definitely not turn it down. Hole 14, Coral Vista, hole 8. Don't be intimidated by the fact that there's some water separating the two fairways here and trees in your way. spinny A1, which means we're going to pull the trackball out to the A1, and then while the trackball's still spinning, well, that was like a super A1. Don't need to get out that far, but A1 will get you out there far enough that, look at 390 on the distance meter. Perfect shot here. Take your 5 hybrid. I didn't get that out far enough, but it doesn't matter. We're still putting in for eagle here. When in doubt and you don't feel comfortable with an approach shot, just hit a spinny A1 or a spinny C3, and maybe you'll get it to land on something that's not water. Also, keynote, excuse me, by the way, when you do a super spin like that, it also helps the ability of possibly skipping off the water and not just kerplunk right in. All right, hole 15, Cumberland 11 here. A little bit of a longer look. Nothing we can't handle. Medium T with backspin. We're going to make sure that we pull it out to the right here and hit it out to the left. Something we didn't get full shot of earlier in the first game. Not on the green, but that's okay. Nice little 5 hybrid love straight to the bottom of the cup there. Hole 16, Heather Point, number 16. Really rare look here because we're so far back in the box, but I'm just going to high tee a 9.5 degree driver. And I mean, we almost made this shot. Even though you're hitting it out of the heavy rough, almost got some love there. Now we're a little bit closer, so I got to play a new shot that's probably going to go too far. But, stop, don't go in the sand. Now, because I have the wrong club set, it's going to make it a little bit difficult. Oh, look at that, off of the cup, or off of the pin. That's alright. I mean, I didn't want this game to be a 36 under anyways, because game 2, then I got to quit. So, last time we hit a 3-wood, hit it a little bit too hard. So this is another hole I talked about at the end of the last game. Pretty straightforward looks here from all of the 2005 live courses in today's Freaky Friday, but some of these are going to make you think a little bit. Perfect example here, 15-mile-an-hour wind blowing at the 930, left 9 green, 3-wood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that 3-wood out to the A, and I'm going to hit it a little bit left of the 2 just to avoid that little tree branch that's right here. But you don't want to crush your shot. Actually, you know what? Scrap what I said. Everything I just said we're going to do, but we're going to do it with the 5-wood. Oh, look at that, folks. I think we might have found the shot here. That's beautiful if it stays up. Oh, stay. It's dry. It's kind of on the green for a chip. Boom, look at that. And even though it's not technically an ultra shot, I'm going to consider it an ultra shot because that was just beautiful. All right, hole 18, number 16 from Coral Vista. Dirty setup here with a 16-mile-an-hour wind blowing back at the 4 o'clock and the driver, 9.5 degree driver. I'm going to move my tee box to the top right. I'm going to low tee it with roll. I'm going to pull it out to the C. Don't necessarily want to go all the way out like I did because that's going to go in the water. But what you want to try to do, which I failed to in this game, was pull it all the way out to the C and hit it in between the 2-3 and skip it off the water onto the rough so you have a nice little attempt at eagle. Fortunately, was not the case, but that's okay. Still, we'll take the 33 under. We're slowly but surely getting to that 36 under par, which is actually perfect for what we're trying to do here. All eagles on the front 9, all eagles except 16 and 18, so 33 under. We're making our way there. Oh. We'll try that one more time.
Bright sun, blue skies, and great golf are the recipe for this afternoon at Heather Point.
Weird. So I'm just taking a look here over at my chat, and for some reason I'm getting different chats than you guys are. So I'm getting some of the live chats on my Facebook phone app, but also some of the chats here. So actually, Nightcore, Neutron Star, whoever he was not a fan of what we were doing, so good riddance to him. But Justin S., Michael Howard, Patrick Norris, and Eric Rios, thank you for joining. I'm assuming you guys must be on one of the, probably on Golden Tee Fan watching. Patrick Norris, I'm using the Grabber Golf Balls. Hopefully that shows up appropriately. It does, yeah. So Grabber Golf Balls here for this week's Freaky Friday. If you're just joining us, Kevin Lindsay, Golden Tee Lounge, Friday afternoon. It's beautiful out. It's sunny. It's not raining in Chicago. Got my little fan going on here because it's a little bit hot in this lounge. But Superscore 2005, Heather Point, Kangaroo Trails, Whispering Valley, Cumberland, Coral Vista, all beautiful courses from 2005. Corley, thank you very much for telling me to change my clubs before I forget for a third time in a row. All right, now this is where we shoot the 36. So shout out to Corley for pointing that out. Got all the clubs I need. Everything looks accordingly. Eric Rios, new t-shirts for Worlds, probably next week. But let's get things started. Low T driver here with roll on Heather Point hole 8, trying to use this little ramp that has found itself embedded in this in this fairway slope. Not going to get it. I don't think this is a really good setup for it. If anybody does get this shot anywhere near the green in one, I would absolutely love to see that YouTube. So feel free to send that my way. But let's see how this game goes. Kangaroo Trail, number 5 is hole 2 here. We're gonna try something different. We're gonna put roll on this high T 6 iron. Oh, of course, the one time I actually get all the hit from the trackball is when I put roll on it, but that's okay. I've got my little lob wedge. I've definitely missed my friend. Nice little ease chip in for Eagle. Honestly, unless you're using a wood that I don't even know exists, the 6 iron high T is probably going to be your best option. It's hard because you're hitting it a little bit to the right, but we can make it work. All right, for this, we're just going to do a high T A2, or a little bit left of the 2. You really just want to get up there. Well, that was just not a good shot. We just didn't get some love there. But no concern here. Just going to take that 10.5 degree driver right at the cup. That actually almost worked out pretty well. I knew that I knew that I was going to miss that chip, unfortunately, because I thought about whether I should putt that out of the rough or not, and usually when I take that second to go back and forth is when I get in my own head. But that's okay. High T3 wood for hole number 4, which is Cumberland 4. Don't have to do too much here. You can pretty much hit this straight and just let that right 4 green slope take care of things. Nice little putt in for Eagle. Hole number 5, Coral Vista, number 4. Pretty nice setup here, just high T driver. Right on over the pool, right over those bushes and trees. Jason Mayfield, I personally use Super Spin on all the courses. I will tell you this though, Elkhorn Ridge, which was Antelope Pass, yesterday's Throwback Thursday daily from 2016. That was the first course I used Super Spin clubs on there. It is a major adjustment. You have to be careful because even with grabbers and bite, those Super Spin clubs kick back pretty well. So you just have to be careful of it, that it's going to be a slight adjustment for you. So I would suggest anytime you think you want to put backspin on a shot, I would actually hit bite just to see how it reacts hitting the green and then go from there. But I personally use it all the time across the board, and I've done that, I think, since 2017. The last 3 years of courses, across the board I'm so well adapted to the super spin irons that I just use across the board now. Hole number 6, Heather Point 9. Move our tee box back. 5 wood with bite. We're just gonna softly hit this. See, notice I hit it at 90. That was probably too soft, but actually not too bad. You just have to be careful because of that elevation change right there that I almost showed you guys. Because of that elevation change, that 11 mile an hour wind is just going to take off if you hit that too hard. So definitely either want to hit the 6 wood at about 100, 110, or hit the 5 wood soft at about 90 on the trackball feedback meter. Excuse me. This is labeled as Kangaroo number 7. Definitely not number 7 as far as I remember. I think this is closer to 13, but my mistake. But guess what? It's still par 5, and it still works out pretty darn well for this super score.
That'll stay. Get your putter.
Actually, before I forget, I know somewhere in this room is a trackball. Actually, it's on my desk. That is waiting to be changed here. Hole number 8, Coral Vista 5. Nice. Oh, really? Come on. What? I feel like I'm also doing R&D for our development team to find all the Invisileaves from the old courses. Let's just be honest. That's what my live stream is. It's actually just secret research and development for our dev team. So a little bit of a misfortune adventure there on Coral 5. No big deal. We will prosper anyways. I don't have my Zero Hybrid anymore, which only was useful on hole 9. So we're not getting it too close, but still well within putting distance. And as soon as I hit that, I knew that that was not going well. Alright, now the trackball is nice and clean. I have no more list of excuses. So let's just see what happens. Roll with the punches, please don't get wet. Stop, stop, in the name of love. Before you break my heart. Nope, nope, okay. Maybe? Maybe. Nope, nope, just kidding. We're getting wet there. Okay, well, so much for cleaning off my trap ball. Oh, there we go. And I actually cleaned that too well because now the deck is so smooth, but it's also hot in here, so it's sticky. So, hey, we're just gonna make this the water show. I'm not exactly sure how in the heck that shot got wet, so we're just gonna play it safe and just take a massive double bogey. Actually, worse than that. All right, number 11, a par 5 from Kangaroo. I believe this is 16, if I remember correctly. Nice little setup here. Take full advantage of that 14 mile an hour wind, and we're just gonna cruise on up, get ourselves a nice eagle putt from the fringe. Lloyd, believe me, the thought was definitely there to DNF. I just hate doing that in the live stream. It's just so weird. Hole 12 from Whispering Valley. Nice little 6 wood with bite. He's gonna sneak on up to that green, give us a double eagle to make ourselves feel better. Ah, almost. Jason Stark is on YouTube. Thanks for joining us, friend. You did not miss much. You actually just missed some awful Golden Tee game that I just played right now. The first and second game were okay. This one, not going so well. But we're going to make the most of it, including this hole-in-one. This is for you, Jason. Alright, well, no hole-in-one, but at least we're putting in for eagle, which I cannot say the same for every other hole in this contest. Zach, I personally use the grabbers across the board. I know last year there was some instances where streaks were good on Royal Dubai, just in case there was that drivable setup on one, but I am not one to change my ball just to get a possible stroke advantage, because I just I don't have confidence in my spinning A1 when it comes to trying to drive a shot like what some of those guys have used, of course, but I've just used grabbers across the board. I'll change here and there. I've tried barrage every so often, but I still just like the grabbers. Grabbers are my go-to.
Nice grab. Golfer one.
Hey, we made a putt from the fringe.
Yes.
Shout out to that. Yeah, Jason Mayfield's definitely an adjustment for sure. It's something you have to get used to, using the super spin on your irons, but I think it's well worth it. You see yourself starting to attack holes based on having the super spin clubs, which is kind of what I did a little bit in yesterday's daily contest, for better or for worse. Alright, so even though it's from the fringe, still putting in for eagle. Alright, this is 17, which is Kangaroo number 18. Going to be difficult here. I'm going to hit a 5-wood. I actually mishit the trackball, so if that gets anywhere near the hole, I'd be happy. It's actually going right in the water. We're going to chalk this up as just an awful game, which happens. Oh, look at that. Oh, that would have been such a warm spot for me after some bad shots on game 3 here. All right, hole 16. Tried to do something different there. Didn't really work. Including my approach shot that I just should not have hit.
Over to golfer one. From a poor lie in the rough. It's not a good lie, Jim. He'll have to make the best of this.
Ay, ay, ay. But here's the thing. Just like everything in life, Golden Tee included, you have a bad game every once in a while, which is why we're not even going to look at the scoreboard. We are just going to move on to game 4. Take a deep breath, as I'm surprised my watch has not suggested for me already.
It's time to check in.
Deep breath. Deep breath, and now everything is better again. We are going to kick things off. Game 4 here. Feeling super strong, feeling really good. Little bit of a ramp, but not much. Nice little 8-wood. Right on up to the cup for some great shot points. Kicking things off. Feel really good about this game. We got a clean trackball. Jason, I will have to try that when it comes up. High T 6 iron. Punching that baby as hard as we can. Now this would have been actually a perfect time for roll. But we're at least finally not chipping from the darn sand. Which may or may not work out for me. Jason, as an IT employee, you're not allowed to play events and all the. You're not allowed to play prize play for cash. So just make sure that your friend knows that. Didn't get out as far as I wanted there on Whispering 4, but thankfully we're going to be resourceful, and we're just going to roll up to the cup with a 9.5 degree driver. Penalty mode plus tilt is was definitely game 3 for Kevin, but we're feeling good. I'm going to ace hole 4 with a high 3 wood. Ultra shot it. Oh, I would have been so great. I would have just left. I would have just let this stream go for the next 12 hours because that would have been a nice shot. But nice little putt from the fringe. We got great shot points on hole 1. 4 eagles in a row. Number 5, Coral Vista 4. Nice little look here. High tee bombs right on over the water of the pool. As much as I would love to jump in right now, we've got more important things to do, which is this Superscore 05 Freaky Friday contest. Ah, needed that a little bit more to the left. Hole number 6, Heather Point, number 9. 5 wood with bite. Now remember, you want to make sure you hit it under 100. I kind of broke my own rule there. Didn't actually get it out as much as I wanted to blow towards the right. But doesn't matter when you could chip in for eagle like that. Tell you what we're missing though, after getting them on hole 1. Definitely missing some great shot point love. So we are going to make that happen right now.
Did you see that? Well, it's a good lie.
Not hard enough. Not too much you could do there. I kind of set myself up in between. Was hoping to have the 8 wood like the last couple of setups. Just push that out there to the right, let the wind blow it left, but had to settle in for eagle. 10.5 degree driver around the trees is what we're going to use on hole number 8, which is Coral 5. Number 9, Whispering, hole 9. Oh, not enough love there. Shh.
I'm not sure here. It's stuck in that rough.
It was definitely makeable. Ball for 1, up at the tee.
All right, 10.5 degree driver that's not going in the water this time sounds great. Until I find the water on the exact opposite side of the green. That would be Kevin Lindsay for you on a full tilt Friday. But instead we actually made the putt. 42 feet, but let's just pretend I wanted the extra golden tee points. Nice little look here on par 5 from Kangaroo. I believe this is 15 or 16. Nice 14-mile-an-hour wind shot through the gap. I'm going to just do 5 wood with backspin and let the wind do the rest. Again, for like the 18th time in a row, I've hit it too hard.
What do you think, Peter?
Many golfers overhit this shot, Jim.
All right, well, no love on Kangaroo 15. But that's all right. We still got a good score going, and it means that we are setting ourselves up even better for our 5th and final game here. Robert, Golden Tee Mobile or Golden Tee Golf or mobile game for Android and Apple is coming by the end of summer. Don't have a full release yet for the US and Canada and all that, but it is definitely coming from the summer. It's been released in the UK and Ireland for Android and Apple, so good stuff going on there. Promise to have more on that when possible. Hole 13, Heather 13, 5 wood with bite. Jason, honestly, I couldn't tell you. I would say there's probably like a 25% chance. I just don't really have the time to get out much between, working 7 days a week and all the events coming up. But we'll try to find something for sure. Hole 14, Coral Vista number 8. Nice spinny A1 there. Get that all the way out there. Take full advantage of 11 mile an hour wind. Set us up with a 5 hybrid. Well, that's definitely shot point city right there, if not in the cup. Oh, come on. I needed some love there.
Very close.
Ready to tee off.
Hole 15, Cumberland 11. Not the hardest setup, but also not the easiest. Definitely not one that you're going to see many hole-in-ones on. But at least, even though it's 340 distance, that 9.5 degree driver with grabber is still going to get there, catch the green for enough backspin, and hopefully give you a putt. Can you move to the back right and play a low through the gap in the trees? I'm not really sure, Jason, going back to what you asked for before, I'm not really sure what you mean by a low 9 through the gap in the trees. But we're going to go back and use the high T 9.5 on number 16. Problem is the stream is delayed a few seconds here. So it's hard for me to, without actually pausing the stream, wait to see what your response is. So I apologize for that. All right. Just missed it. That's kind of what I was thinking. You were talking about, I think you're talking about hole 18 actually. So this one, 5 wood. A1, really just want to get it on the green there. Know you're going to have a long putt, or if you don't hit it hard enough, that you're going to have 2 putts through the rough. So this is the hole you're talking about, Jason. I was thinking about that, but my concern is just with the low driver, if it will get there. But it does, so that's actually going to be the better play, so thank you. I'm glad you brought it up because I just did not feel comfortable looking at it. It's going to make a heck of an approach shot, but at least we're still approaching for a double eagle and then an eagle putt. That I'll worry about for game 5 now that we have it down. All right, so a few mistakes here and there, but not the end of the world. Still 32 under. You're still looking at 14 eagles, which is still a good experience. We are going to play one more game before we get out of here and enjoy the rest of our Freaky Friday. Superscore 2005. Our favorite designs from Jim Z & Co. from Heather Point, Kangaroo Trails, Whispering Valley, Cumberland, and Coral Vista. This is game 5. Daily contest. 4,000. Let's see. $4,557 on the line. Just about 10 hours and 15 minutes left to go for today's contest. So plenty of time for you to get out there with your buddies and spin a few rounds, see if you can get part of that $4,500 prize pool. 300 spots paid. So, as always with daily contest, 300 spots paid deep. So even if you only get a few games in and shoot a low 30 or so, with using some of these videos as a tutorial, still going to get a piece of that prize pool for sure. High 6 iron, trying to go for shot of the week here with some roll love.
Peter, what do you think?
A short backswing and a soft touch should do it.
What a shot. That's a nice piece of wood. Golfer 1 up at the tee.
Hole 3, whispering number 4. Just going to do a high tee, 9.5 degree driver. Just want to get right on that fairway, have a beautiful shot. This should be about 5 or 3 wood.
Huge tee shot. Golfer
Yeah, 5 wood.
follow up.
Go ahead and just give it a little bit extra love to hopefully bite right into the cup. Oh, close though. Absolutely, we'll take the exciting action there. Hole number 4, Cumberland hole 4, high T3 wood. Really don't even need to move the tee. I'm just doing it just to see if it makes a difference. Now again, you got that right 4 green slope. Not going to go too crazy, but will help you get a little bit closer to the pin there. Coral Vista number 4. High tee driver right on over the pool, the women, the umbrellas, the water, the beaches, whatever, everything, the bushes. And then you get a nice 5 hybrid shot. Oh, that would have been perfect if I had release on it. Hole number 6, which is Heather Point 9. Nice 5 wood, soft, with bite right at the pin. Kangaroo number 13, I believe. It's not on my list. It's on my list as hole 7, which I definitely do not believe is correct. But it still worked out because it's a par 5 on Kangaroo.
Wow, that was dead on.
Nice little 14-foot putt in for Eagle. Hole 8, Coral Vista number 5. Nice little
He's bombing birds now.
10.5 degree driver is the way to go. Or if you have a mishap with a tree, you just say screw it and you get Eagle hole out from the fairway. Kind of waited and expected that to go right over the cup like we've seen a few times. But there's my great shot points I was looking for. So I'm happy again, especially for this being the last game. I'm also happy. This might be some great shot points as well. If I get some love. No, 6 feet, no love. 6 feet, no love. Sounds like the next Golden Tee t-shirt or my next player nickname. Oh, that's definitely getting wet. Hit that just a bit too hard. So there goes that streak of of not screwing things up. Oh well. Keith, thank you for the shout out on that hole out. I wish it would have mattered a bit more. Kangaroo number 15. Nice little setup here, just a soft 3-wood. I am going to hit a 5-wood with backspin, but I'm going to hit it gently so I don't blow past the green. Now, of course, because I hit it gently, it's now actually too short. Still putting up, staying on the green for putt eagle. 22-foot putt for eagle. Hole 12 of Whispering. We're going to go 5-wood with backspin this time since we're a little bit more off-centered and a little bit farther away. That's actually going to work out perfectly. Not as perfect as dropping in the cup for a nice little double eagle, but we'll take the shot points. No, RCI, I need 2 because I parred that one hole, so appreciate the love, but that's okay. We got a few more holes here left to go. Hit this one a little bit harder than I have the last couple. Distance was perfect, just not out far left enough. Hole 14, Coral Vista number 8. Again, do not fret. High tee, roll. Pull the track ball out to the A1, spin it, and crush it out to the left of the 1. Should set us up with a nice 5 hybrid. Absolutely perfect. I hit it somewhat decent, so maybe I'll get shot points. No, no shot points, but we're staying alive. Hole 15, Cumberland 11. Problem with hitting it out to the left is then you got to worry about doing that and not actually getting on the green. Hole 16, Heather Point 16. Take advantage of the interesting setup that you don't always see. High tee, 9.5 degree driver to get on that fairway. Should be a nice 6 or 5. Yeah, 6 wood. I'm going to cut in a 5 to throw a little distance off. Boom. Now this putt might be a little bit tricky just because we are closer than normal. So 19 feet, right 9. A little bit to the right of the dead center of the cup, but the important thing in the cup for eagle. Five wood is going to be the club of choice. No love there, except I got the generous bounce on the back on there instead of the water bounce. So thank you to hole 18 of Kangaroo for some love. Hole 17 is probably going to be the trickiest one because of the green slope and the wind. Low T, 9.5 degree driver with roll is going to be your option here. Wow. Make sure when you hit that shot that you use enough force to get it over onto the sand because as you see, ended up getting wet on that shot. But that's okay. This is the final game for today's Freaky Friday. I'm just going to keep getting 5 hybrid jagged, as I'll say, for bogey. That's okay, though. Had some good scores out there. Not the best game here with the water ball on 10 and 18, but 36 under par is the way what you're shooting for. Make sure you get out there. You have a little bit under 10 hours left to play. It goes until 1 a.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. $4,557 on the line. 300 spots played. 300 spots paid. So make sure get out there. Superscore 2005, some of the greatest hits from Jim Zielinski and team from the original Golden Tee Live. From the Golden Tee Lounge, I'm Kevin Lindsay, saying so long for this weekend. We'll see you back Monday for another Monday Mix-Up Daily.